I don't know.
Because Robin, Patrick, like a lot of us, the rest of us, or whatever, um, uh, we all love you, Robin, but we love you in a purely platonic sense. Like you're the
Purely platonic, non-sexual way.
you're the purest of us, Robin. The rest of us have all went and destroyed our lives with drugs and alcohol.
Speak for yourself.
Pothead.
So,
Hey.
so what are you saying? What are you saying? I'm like the the live action Bugs Bunny version of the 2 cent bounty because a Bill Bunny rabbit wouldn't hurt a fly, and that's why they're cute and they're fluffy and they're cuddly, and that's why the bounty stays at 2 cents. Are you saying that that's what I am? I'm like this cute little cuddly little bunny rabbit who can't cause no gumption, no commotion, no trouble.
Ty, would you like to chime in on this one?
Hello Kitty.
Fuck you! You know what really stinks? You know what really fucking stinks? I'm actually wearing a shirt today.
Down.
You going on about the Hello Kitty coffin? What can I say?
Chibi.
It happens. You know? It happens. I mean, my usually I would wear a shirt that says "Eat shit and die," but you know.
But this is anime chibi right here.
Can I ask the two of you, how did you fake this one up? I remember how I got this name. I was in the club, and you were the one who called me this, and he just ran with this shit. Why? Why am I anime chibi? I don't get that. Why?
Because you're the queen of cuteness.
I just figured it's because of the fact of your love for Hamtaro.
Yeah, I do get it all.
Yeah.
Okay, I do love Hamtaro. That was the cutest. That was the cutest cartoon I ever did see on Cartoon Network, and I do miss it. Do not mock the power of the ham hams.
I miss that show too.
Yeah.
I have a picture going.
Yeah, it was. All right, I admit it. It was cute. It was one of the cutest series I ever saw. And I remember, shut up. We had this one girl, it was a mutual friend. Oh my God, I forgot what her name was. She used to wear her hair blue a lot. And she was really skinny, she was cute. And she had a bijou backpack. She had bijou from Hamtaro. It was a backpack. And eventually she moved to New York to become a model.
Oh, Lexus.
Yeah, her. She's still doing it?
Probably. I think she got married.
Really?
Wait, she got married like years ago, and I think she just recently
Divorced?
Divorced, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Over
If
there,
you're listening, we still love you, Lexus. Come on home.
I have a special spot reserved for you, Lexus.
Shut the fuck up. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's on the bus. Next to me. In the window.
Oh, Lord. But yeah, I remember she had the bijou backpack, and it was so cute. And I remember telling her that one day, this was back when it was so popular, but I told her that I was going to get the Hamtaro backpack, and we were just going to come to the club together, with Hamtaro and bijou backpacks. But I never got the chance to buy the damn backpack. And that's my Hamtaro moment, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sure you'll be able to find it at Urban Outfitters or something. Maybe not.
Are you kidding me? I'm still trying to buy that Buddha dog from Urban Outfitters.
Ah! You'll find that online too.
What did I tell you about making fun of Buddha dog? What did my sister say about you making fun of Buddha dog?
But I swear.
Oh boy,
You
here
know
it
what
comes.
Adrian said. She said the next time that you made fun of Buddha dog, the next time she saw you, she was going to whip your ass. And that's saying a lot with her because the only ass she kicks is mine. So if she wants to kick somebody else's ass, that's some real deep ass kicking she's gonna do.
I say more power to her.
Thank you.
I'm
Hey,
saying.
it's not my fault that Bruce should.
Shut up.
Remember,
What I said.
Boo got hand. That's all I'm gonna say. Boo got hand.
the next word to come out of your mouth about boo might come out of a straw.
Thank you.
Okay, take out.
Come out of a straw.
I may want to get an egg roll at some point, maybe. I thought y'all was coming back with actual Chinese food. I didn't know you would come back with candy.
No, I don't come out with no Chinese food.
I wish I could.
What else have we got to talk about? You know what I would like to talk about just briefly, since we proclaim this as being Otakon month, since we're talking about the experiences I had at Otakon. Could we talk about Evangelion for a little bit? Just for a few minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was looking at the Rebuild movies. I have to keep looking at them because I found a website that has the first two Rebuilds in English. The third Rebuild, I saw it subbed, but the whole thing it was so confusing. The fourth one isn't out yet, is it?
Huh?
The fourth Rebuild movie.
What do you mean?
The hell is that shit?
I don't think it's gonna be due until December.
Well, they gotta finish it.
Yep.
Damn, they just can't leave us hanging like this.
Sure they can.
Why?
If the creator of this series left us all hanging when he did that last episode of Evangelion, which made the company force him to come back and do it right.
No, that's not what happened.
With the movie?
End of Evangelion, those original two ending episodes, they just changed around because it was too dark. That's what happened. Then they decided to release a theatrical feature.
Well, the funny thing is with the movie, the end of Evangelion, I finally had a chance to read the last two manga. The last two mangas in Barnes & Noble,
Yeah.
13 and 14. And volumes 13 and 14 really closely reflects the movie, with the exception of Asuka. Asuka, she still gets her ass beat by the Eva series,
Yeah.
but she's not mortally wounded. It's not like she's not killed or anything, and she actually gets to be a part of the instrumentality thing with all the other people, with the exception of Gendo. Gendo was assed out, but that's another story. And in the manga, I found it surprising that they let her be a part of the instrumentality project. And you know how when all of the Brays start, going to each individual person as a person that they each love and trusted the most. Of course, the person that she loved and trusted the most was Kaji. And I thought in the manga that was such a really cute scene. It was so nice. It actually humanized Asuka to me a little bit. Because I just thought she was just such a nasty ass bitch throughout the whole series and throughout the graphic novels.
Try dating girls who idolize the asshole.
Huh?
Try dating girls who idolize her.
But it humanized her. I thought it made her more soft and more delicate.
For me, it was all right.
You know who should be in on this conversation? Mordecai. He would have something to
No, I
say.
don't want to hear it. I don't want to meet that.
Yeah.
Because Asuka was his favorite.
Oscar was his favorite because Oscar had balls. Oscar had balls of steel. She whipped all the angels' asses.
Oh, she wasn't. She was a bitch. She was only in the shit because she needed something to prove to herself She needed other people's approval, and she needed her approval through the Avas. You know, because even Ray asked her. You know, she's like, do you pilot the Ava just so you can get praise from other people? And she's all offended by that, like, the only praise I need is my own. But if that's the case,
Do that too long.
yeah, I mean, she was always, you know, showing off, trying to be badass, and then when somebody else had to come in and finish what she started, like either Shinji or Ray, you know, she felt like she lost. She felt like she was beat. You know, like this is some type of freaking competition. You're trying to be deadly angels that's coming to destroy the earth. Why do you think that? Why do you look at that as a competition? So
Because she wants, as she pointed out in the movie.
Also, she's a 14, 15-year-old girl. You know,
Well,
Uh-huh.
as she pointed out in the movie, she pointed out that real stereotypical line, Tenjo Tengen Mutekeda, which means I'm bigger than heaven and earth itself, which is a way of saying I am bigger than God. Even Mama said so.
what an ass.
yeah, which she finally had to realize. Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen Ava, and if you haven't, stick your fingers in your ear and go la 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 la. She finally had to realize that her mother, you know, her mother was ensouled in Ava Unit 2, which also makes me wonder, you know, with the other Avas, what about the pilots and their mothers? You know, like for instance, Toji. Toji didn't have a mother either.
What about the redhead kid?
Huh?
The redhead kid.
Was his mother ensouled in the Ava also? Because in the book, didn't his father and grandfather work for Nerve?
Well, the father worked for Nerve. Well, the dad originally worked for Nerve for a little bit, but he also had his own project, Selak.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I never knew much about Toji, you know, and that was one of the things that kind of bothered me about the rebuilds because, you know, whenever we saw any artwork for Ava and we saw all the children wearing their plug suits, we see Toji in his plug suit, even though he was only in Ava Unit. Ava Unit 4. He was only in Ava Unit 4 for like a brief period of time. And it's like, what about his mother? Was his mother ensouled in the Ava also? Remember, even Kensuke, when he was doing his little, you know, bivouac, you know, battle games out in the field, and Shinji met up with him, and he's like, what did your mom think about you doing all this? He's like, oh, mother, I don't have one of those. You know, and then he would find out later, as Masato told him, that all the children in his class are eligible to be pilots. So what did that mean? That none of the kids had mothers?
It implies none of the kids had mothers, but also, it's also a case of they sold their kids to the devil.
What?
They sold their kids to the devil.
Ah, okay.
And the one cost being the one pure thing of it, which is the mother, or in some cases, as shown with Body Illustrious Makinami,
Mm-hmm.
the father.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, hey, like I said, Evangelion is like the mindfuck of all animes.
nah, that's
But
not
I
the case.
love it.
I love
Me
it.
too!
I
No.
love it.
Me
No.
too!
Try serial experiments, lane. Now that's a huge ass
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, that's a mindfuck also.
I like that
But
actually.
with Ava, you got science and you got religion.
And you got magic.
Yeah, and you got the Bible and you got stories about children and their parents and it's a whole bunch of stuff just mishmashed together. It's like, how did he figure this out? How did he come up with the storyboard for this?
So you have to
Damn
drive
good
yourself
job.
a fucking sane.
It's a damn good judge. And it's clone.
What, he actually had a breakdown over this?
Yeah.
Well, his girlfriend.
You
broke up
know,
with him.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Exactly. To write something like that, you gotta be a little.
Yeah,
You gotta
I mean,
be.
you know, and the last two, like I said, the last two manga closely match the movie, with the exception